Hey everyone, welcome to Victory Condition Gaming. My name is Doug. Today on the show, we are playing Nighty Knights, the RPG from Wunderwerks, which is currently on Kickstarter right now. So if you are interested in whatever the shenanigans that are about to take place on this show, check out the link in the description of this video. And before we begin, there are two things that I would like you to do. One is to check out the Kickstarter, and two is to hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed, because we can't host awesome things like this without folks coming and watching the show. So please give us your support. Also, if you want and you like my bear costume, you can give the video a like down below. That also helps as well. I'll introduce our GM, the man behind Nighty Knights, Mr. Ben Woerner. Ben, thanks for coming on and letting us play Nighty Knights.
Hey, you're welcome.
Your Kickstarter is going gangbusters. You must be very happy.
I am. I'm very pleased. I believe we're on day 6 now of the Kickstarter. 7. Sorry, my apologies. Day 7, and we hit our goal on the very first day of 6,000, and we're already up to 15 and some change. So I'm pretty excited about that.
You're blowing past some stretch goals. You've got some great talent that you've added to this project, which I'm really excited to see. What stretch goals are you really kind of excited to add that are coming up, maybe that hopefully folks will help.
We're just about to reveal some more, so I can't say too much. But at least one of the stretch goals will be more than meets the eye.
Yes, I think we talked about in the interview.
Yes, and oh gosh, there's so many good ones. They're all fantastic. Let me see if there's another one is truly outrageous.
Nice.
And oh gosh, there's so many. Well, there's a really good one that's coming up pretty soon that will be about monsters and nightmares and fever dreams.
Nice.
I can't say much more about that, but yeah. But some of the ones we already unlocked, Mary Brennan, Hugo-nominated author, agreed to write all about the great city of Underbed, which is pretty amazing. I'm blown away by that. Elizabeth Chai Producal is writing Boggy's Home for Good Monsters, just kind of like Wreck-It Ralph's therapy group for good monsters out in the swamp. And then let's see what else. John Kennedy is writing all about action figures, so Heroes of the Universe, and Meow Man. If you've read his little short snippet that he wrote for everyone. And then we have the first-time author, Mr. Monster, who is a stuffed monster and friend of John Wick, who is going to be working with John Wick, and they're going to write the adventures of Mr. Monster, which should be stumpy and pretty awesome. Probably is going to mention Godzilla at least once.
Oh, so, awesome! Yeah. That gives my thumbs up right there.
Yep.
So Ben is going to be our GM since he's the man behind this game. Also, we've got some awesome players that are joining the show for this session. We'll just go right down the list and I'll introduce them. We have Amanda Call from ageofnight.com, the awesome webcomic. Go check it out, ageofnight.com. Amanda, welcome to Nighty Knights.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for coming on. We also have Mr. Ken Blue from Roll to Play Podcast, an actual play podcast that everybody should be listening to at this point. If you're not listening to it, go check it out on iTunes. Where else can folks find Roll to Play Podcast? Ken?
We're on Twitter. I mean, just search Roll to Play Podcast anywhere and you're going to find it. It's pretty easy to find. Surprisingly easy, considering where I went out to find the web domain. It was free everywhere. No one had taken it, so I've got it all. Every bit of it.
Nice. You got it trademarked and everything.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
I am glad to be back on Victory Condition Gaming Channel.
Well, we're glad to have you, sir. And our final player is Mr. Brandon Ayton. Sorry, right? Right. Get that right. I think, man, I always trip over names, and I apologize. But Brendan is one of the masterminds behind Wet Ink Games, and Wet Ink Games has a Kickstarter launching on the 30th of this month called World War Occult is the art book that it's based on. It's called Never Coming Home, and it looks phenomenal. So be on the lookout for that. Brendan, thanks for coming on and being part of the show.
Thanks for having me. Emma said she wanted to join, and when I had an opportunity to jump on this, absolutely, I wouldn't have missed it.
Awesome. Yeah, well, we're excited to have you, and I know it was kind of a last minute to add to have you come on, so I appreciate you just kind of picking up the ball and run with it. Before we start, let's just take a look at the chat real quick. Let's see. Hexter, Jason says +1 for Bear. Brian Crow says creepy. That's okay. Well, hey. Well, you'll see it just in a second. And then Jason also says +1 costume points for Amanda. And also, he also says +1 for prop babies. So, and Elaine says yes, Dougie Bear. Elaine, thanks for joining us tonight. All right, so this is me, Ben. Get ready to catch this. This is me handing my show over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. So yeah, we're going to be playing Nighty Knights tonight. It uses the Tiny D6 dice system, or I should say game system. I believe most of you are familiar with that system already. The basic is it's a pretty straightforward game. You use 2d6 to roll your dice. 5s and 6s are successes. You'll have certain traits for your characters that give you a bonus to roll 3d6, and that would be an advantage. And if you're ever at a disadvantage, you roll just 1d6. If you ever roll, and I already said that if you roll 5s or 6s, those are successes. Characters take about 10-15 minutes to make, and that's about it. Why don't we go around and introduce everyone's characters for the game tonight?
Sure. Who would like to
go ahead, Doug?
Yeah, no, I sure. I am Bert the Bear, and Bert is he's kind of like he's got the resolute trait, so I get advantage on saves. I'm very charismatic, I guess, and I get to have advantage trying to influence folks. I also can heal some of my party members, so if I have the healer ability. And let's see here. What else? I've got a shield and a wooden sword as my instruments of, I don't know, destruction, because I have the paladin ability, which is smite, and so I get to smite things and do 2 damage whenever I want to say that I'm going to smite something. But if I smite something, then I have to roll a d6, and if I roll if I roll a 1, I can't smite anything after that. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to make sure that I don't misroll after smiting things, and I'm ready to smite the heck out of everything tonight, because my let's see here, what's my belief is the measure of a bear is how one treats those who cannot help them. Right? Is that right?
Yep.
Nice. And also, I got a nice red cape right here, and I got 10 play money, which I guess I can buy some stuff.
Yeah, totally. If you have money, like if you have your not Monopoly money, then if you are in Underbed, you might be able to find some things that might be worth purchasing. Nice.
I'm excited. So I'm Bert the Bear. We also have like a child or something that we're. Is that we all have the same child? Is that right, Ben?
That's correct. You have Billy, who is a brave kid, and we'll talk about Billy a little bit more in a bit. Sure. But Billy is the owner of all 4 of you.
Nice.
So yeah,
all right.
And you're the knights that protect Billy, I should say. Yeah.
Nice. And,
okay.
Yeah. So that's me. I'm Bert, and I'm a teddy bear with a cape and a wooden sword.
Woo! All right, Amanda.
I am playing Morrigan the Black. I am a black cat sorcerer, an archmage of onyx magic, and I have a magic wand.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
And befitting a cat, my black magic is mostly used to destroy things.
This is true. What's your belief, Morrigan?
I am the knight, also mysterious and amazing.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Is that's your character? That's your character's belief, or is that your belief in general, Amanda? I'm just saying.
A little bit of both.
All right, Kent, you want to go ahead and give us your belief, or not your belief, but your whole character?
Well, I am Gus, and I'm a corgi. I tried to fit my head into a football helmet earlier. Didn't work because my kids' heads are much smaller than mine, and the issue of the headphones. Also,
no.
I'm a dog.
I'm just saying, Amanda was able to make it work, Kent. Let's just Amanda was able to make it work.
I know. I'm hot with the excuses. But no, I am a corgi. I am a very, very brave dog, vigilant. And you know what I do? I'm very loyal. So at times, if I'm with my pals, my adventuring party, my fellow knights, sometimes I will step up and take that hit for you. You know, if we're deep in combat, I'll step right in front of that, whatever it is that's being thrown or shoved your way. I'll step over and take that. And I have a knight's kit, which I've got some rope, I got some snacks, I've got a nice raincoat, lighter, but I've got my football helmet, which gives me some protection. I've got a cricket bat, and I'm wearing some nice soccer cleats. Also got some play money, 10 play money. And my belief is that bravery isn't the absence of fear, but acting in the face of fear.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, Brandon.
All right. Well, I'm playing Pengy the Penguin.
Woohoo!
And
Nice.
Also, my child's Billy, as was said. I'm a toy smith, and I know how to use human tools. I'm proficient with tools, and I have a bottomless backpack, which is pretty excellent. I also have the knight's kit and things of that sort, and I have a toy companion with me, but I'll get to that in a second. My belief is that the best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today. My toy companion is a rubber ducky that is heavily armored because it's made of rubber, and it's a marksman that used to bullseye green army men. So hopefully he can help out.
What's your ducky's name?
I'm going to say my ducky's name is Winston.
Nice.
Awesome. But yeah, Winston doesn't do much except squeak a lot, and can shoot water out of their mouth pretty accurately, of course.
It's pretty
so
great.
Yeah. And then what are you proficient with?
I am proficient, as I said, with tools. I know how to use human tools.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, which is a little bit different than the others. Morrigan is proficient with ranged weapons like her wand, and Gus is proficient with a heavy weapon like his cricket bat, and Bert is with light weapons. So while you're not proficient with any weapons, you have a tool, which is your Phillips screwdriver, and you can use all sorts of human tools to get stuff done.
Oh yes, forgot I have and I have a computer case. Oh, the computer case #2 Phillips screwdriver. That's my tool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And Brendan, your name was again, Brendan?
It's Pengy.
Pengy, that's right.
Pengy the Penguin.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. All right.
Okay. So to fill, you all know each other, obviously, because you've all been serving. Serving Billy for a number of years, protecting Billy. And what we're going to do really quickly is we're going to go around the group one more time, and we're going to kind of make some decisions about who Billy is.
Okay.
So this is one of the new rules things that we added into Nighty Knights. It's sort of an on-the-fly campaign creation. So let's start with Brandon, who went last. Can you tell us one thing that's true about Billy?
Billy is strong-willed. Like, is this kind of what we're thinking? Like, just
any number of things. Like, it could be that, like, Billy's a boy or girl. Billy, has red hair. Billy is strong. Well, no, I mean, I was gonna say, and strong-willed. Has like the super duper castle toy, or any number of things. Like their house is really big or really small. Anything like that.
Okay, let me. In honor of Emma, I'm gonna say Billy has a younger sister.
Cool.
Nice.
What's the younger sister's name?
Emma.
Okay. All right. Then let's go to Kent.
Well, Billy is like incredibly smart. Always messing with gadgets, building things. Really imaginative. Just has a good brain. Creating stories, all kinds of artwork. So I'm going to say they're imaginative.
Cool. That's great. Awesome. Amanda.
I know Billy's secret is that he likes to take the little goldfish snack packs and hide them on the top bunk under his pillow for later.
That's great.
Awesome.
I used to keep my Halloween candy like behind the headboard of my bed. So, like, yeah. So I think that's awesome.
Sweet. Okay. Great. And Doug.
Let's see here. Billy kind of, even though he's excited to be an older brother, he's kind of nervous about being an older brother, and he's not sure how not being an only child is going to. He's worried about not being an only child. That's
Okay.
that's like in the back of his mind, like that whole change of not being from going from being the only kid in the house to having a younger sister.
Okay. Worried about. All right, fantastic. Okay, and then we're going to do one more thing, which is Billy's house. So let's go ahead and start with you, Doug, and tell us one thing that's true about Billy's house.
Billy's house has a really cool downstairs basement that he kind of gets the run of. He kind of gets to play and do whatever he wants in the basement.
Okay, tell me one. How is it cool? Is it like finished, or is it like just really big and sprawling and full of junk, or?
Yeah, I mean it's well, I guess it's kind of it's finished. Like there's maybe like a half of it that's finished that he gets to kind of have his own, like it's like his own. I don't want to say like a man cave, but it's like a kid's cave where he gets to kind of just come and be. Yeah, just
Okay.
kind of like a kid's room for just him, and that's probably why he's probably afraid that his older sister is going to take that away from him.
Okay. And Amanda.
There's too much carpet. I don't like it. The vacuum cleaner's always running, and there's things getting stuck in my fur, and I don't like it.
That's fantastic. Okay. Ken.
All right, so Billy's kitchen has one of those stairways that goes up to the second floor. I guess it's a servant stairway. It's an older house, so it has a servant stairway. And he thinks that's just so cool that he's got this secret little passage, between his, it lets out up at his room. So between his room and the kitchen, he could sneak down and grab cookies and sneak back up real quick.
Cool. That's awesome. All right, Brandon.
So the second floor bathroom, the one that's in the main hall, has been it's been under renovation like for the majority of Billy's life. You know, it's like one of those projects his parents started and never finished. So
Been under renovation for 5 whole years.
like
That's so long.
Maybe not like 12 years, but you know what I mean. Like for a
Oh, okay.
Like it's one of those perpetual projects.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
You know, there's like they may have like paint swatches on the wall that have already been like marked, but they never painted. You know, maybe some tiles that stacked up, or maybe they ripped out. They ripped out the linen closet there, but haven't really done anything with it. So, yeah, it's in a constant state of disrepair, and because they have other bathrooms in the house, it's just not been a priority.
Right. Okay. Cool. And then we're gonna. Did I say the last thing already? We have one more thing to do, which I should have said already, which is Billy's toys. So I want you guys to tell me about the other toys that Billy has, and it could even be other stuffed animals, whatnot. So go ahead and let's have Amanda go first.
About the other toys. Is this just any of the toys or other toys like us?
Well, all the other toys aren't necessarily Nighty Knights, but they can, they could be if you say, maybe there's like an old veteran or any number of different, yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that idea. There is another toy in the house, but it's one that we don't ever get to play with, and Billy never gets to play with. It's this really old, threadbare rabbit that sits on his mother's dresser, and we go in there sometimes and talk to it, but it never comes out and does anything, and Billy never gets to play with it.
Okay. Hey, that's fantastic. Brandon.
So, kind of like that, except it's not necessarily a toy that maybe, it's threadbare that's been used, or maybe something that's like that. This one's going to, cut pretty close to home, but in his dad's office, there's this action figure that is still in the package, and every single time we walk by it, like, it waves trying to get our attention, and it's always uncomfortable because we know we're not supposed to interact with that.
All right, cool. Kent.
So up on the shelf most of the time, Billy has a really cool set of I'm taking inspiration from Brandon's shelf behind him. This really cool set of, I guess it's Voltron or whatever Voltron is in this universe, and it's all connected together, and it comes apart, and it's holding a big sword. And Gus really wants that thing to be a Nighty Knight, like so bad, because it looks like it'd be really, really good at protecting Billy. And so every day Gus just hopes that this thing becomes a Nighty Knight with them.
Okay. All right, Doug.
All right. One of our knights was an elephant stuffed animal, and on our last adventure, it had its ear ripped off, and Billy found it, and he gave it to his mother to try to repair, but nobody's ever seen the elephant for the last few days since that ear removal.
What's the elephant's name?
Let's go with. Let me think here. I'm trying to see if there's any chatter going on. Let's go with Peanut. Peanut the elephant.
Fantastic. Peanut. Sense. All right, that's fantastic. Okay. Yeah, I think everyone looks good. So all of you are hanging out on Billy's toy box. It's kind of got a flat top with like a little wooden back on it, and the lid lifts up. And Billy's has fallen asleep. They were out late. The family was, and they brought Billy in and took his socks off, or shoes and socks off, and just kind of laid him down on his bed with his clothes still on, and just threw the covers over him, and he's just gone. So none of you are on his bed right now, but you're all hanging out on the bookshelf, or on the toy chest. When one of the small robots that connect together crawls out from under Billy's hand and comes running over to you guys. It's like, hi. It's a small green, like tiger-shaped robot. And he's like, guys, are you the Knights?
Yeah, yes we are. And Gus puffs up his little chest there and is like, yeah, we're the Knights.
So I was hanging out in Billy's pocket today, and we went on some really crazy adventures. We saw like this like really cold building with lots of people in it, and there was like ice, and there were like big versions of like me, like riding around or running around on the ice. It was kind of crazy, but it was cool too to see like a giant version of me. But so like I saw your elephant friend, and he was Billy had him down in the basement, but after when we got home, I didn't see him there when his parents came in through the garage downstairs. So I don't know. I thought that might worry you guys that his elephant was missing.
So, as much as the concept of like a giant frozen place with a large, seemingly mechanical tiger intrigues me, from the, I'm just like, oh wow, I was kind of stunned by that. But then realizing that the elephant seems to be missing, that's a little more concerning. So yeah, I'd really like to check that out. We should probably go to the basement.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I know he was one of your friends. Like, what was his name? Peanut or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, have a good night. And he goes and climbs up onto the shelf with his other friends and then lays down. So what are you guys gonna do?
Thanks for the tip, little robot tiger.
So what are you guys gonna do?
I'm gonna make sure my backpack is supplied. Like I have some of the stuff that I think that we'll need or whatever, and yeah, then I'm kind of waddle my little fat stuffed butt over to the door. I'm really excited. Like, let's go.
Is the door open?
The door is open. Yes, it's just
Nice.
open wide enough that you guys could sneak through. There's a little bit of a light coming in from the hallway.
Is there a laundry chute in this house?
No, there isn't a laundry chute.
Okay.
But there is that back stairway down to the kitchen.
Absolutely.
And then from the kitchen, you could go down to the basement if you wanted.
Well, I'm definitely not taking the lead.
Yeah, Gus will stroll on out.
Hey! The light's still on in the hallway. Make sure there's no one out there.
Yeah. I'll check. And Gus sticks his head out, looks both ways. See anybody?
That would be a perception roll.
All right, let's roll it.
Alrighty.
I got a 6.
Yay! There is no one. You can see a crack in the door of Billy's parents' room, but their lights seem to be off. And in fact, you can hear the sound of the heavy log snoring of his dad.
Oh yeah, Gus pops back in. Yeah, they're asleep. Lights are on. Their door's cracked, but yeah, I mean, old man sawing logs.
Nice. Let's get down to the basement then.
All right.
All right. I timidly follow you all, just making sure that when we walk by the parents' room, I cautiously look in and then scurry by.
As you look in, you see the hall light reflect on the black glass eyes of the really old bunny sitting up on the dresser. The mirror on the back of the dresser reflecting your face back as you see the bunny kind of like follow all of you as you walk by, watching silently. You come to the stairs and the back stairs to the kitchen and slowly climb your way down. It takes a good 30-45 minutes just to make your way down those giant stairs. And you're now in the kitchen. This is one of the places in the house, Morrigan, that has linoleum flooring and not carpet. So it feels nice. Yeah. And then across the way, you can from this door, the opposite end of the kitchen is the door to the basement, which is shut. You all know that the basement door is on a hinge, so that it shuts automatically.
Okay.
So what are you guys going to do?
Well, I'm very familiar with how doorknobs and everything work. If only I could reach it. Is there a stool or anything in the kitchen?
There are some chairs. Yeah, kitchen chairs.
All right. I ask, hey, can you all help me with one of these chairs? And hopefully it won't make as much noise as last time.
It made a lot of noise.
Well, it made some. Trying to downplay the amount of noise it was making last time, which obviously it made a lot.
What if instead I throw you at the doorknob?
Yeah, I could help throw you up there.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, we'd catch you on your way down.
Yeah, one of us can wait at the bottom of the door, and the other two can help throw you.
It's worth a shot. Okay.
Gus walks over there and gets his hands in the in a position for Pinky to step up in there and
No. I'm not gonna heft him. I don't do manual labor.
Oh no, I'm going to do it.
There's no.
All right.
Me and Bert there. Come on, Bert.
All right.
Wait. So you want me to catch?
Oh no, I'll catch if he doesn't make it. I'm quick reflexes.
All right.
Just trust me. I got it. Toss and catch.
Okay.
I'll run up as trying to get a little bit of momentum going, and I guess try to plow right into your hands as you can F me up or pause.
Okay, so I want Penguin to make a roll, and then I want both Bert and Gus to roll as well. If you guys have any traits that are appropriate, let me know.
I got an 11.
Don't add them together.
Oh, don't add them together. I got a 5 and a 6, obviously.
All right, great.
Oh, nice.
That's still good. That's very good.
I got a 5.
Sweet.
Yeah, let me. I got a 1 and a 2, so no.
So Penguin goes flying through the air, slams into the door above the handle, a little too high.
Grab it on your way down.
And as you're going down, It's got one of the big round knobs because clearly this is a fire door.
Oh yeah.
So Penguin grabs onto the knob with both flippers and is hanging there now. So Penguin, what are you going to do now?
All right. So I have the doorknob. I'm gonna try to use my weight and swing enough to unlatch the door.
Okay. All right. If I'll say this, you can roll with disadvantage to make sure you open it, but you'll definitely fall. Or you can do a regular roll. Or no, I'm sorry. You can do a regular roll, and you'll definitely fall. Or you could try rolling with disadvantage to avoid falling.
I'm gonna roll because I trust that my friends are down there to catch.
Okay.
Me. So I'm
all right.
Yeah.
Gus is ready. Got the arms out.
Ooh, a success. What, a 5 or a 6?
Yep.
Okay, I got a 3 and a 1. So I didn't do it.
All right. So Penguin falls off the door, and lands on who's underneath there trying to catch him?
Gus.
Okay, and lands on Gus. A little bit of your stuffing gets pushed out a little tiny hole, and you take a point of damage.
Is the hole in the bottom?
It is
Probably somewhere where there's a loose
corgi, your little fluffy corgi butt.
I just want to be, on the VCG brand with my butthole.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a VCG actual play. Someone didn't talk about butts.
So yeah, I lose a little bit of stuffing in a slightly embarrassing way, but Gus doesn't get too embarrassed too often.
Does Gus lose a point of damage, or does Penguin lose a point of damage?
Gus does, because Penguin fell on Gus.
Oh, great.
Penguin's fine.
You're soft, Gus.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, luckily for you, I suppose. I'm a little less soft. I lost some, but.
So the door remains locked. Well, at least closed. Do you guys think maybe of any other way that you might be able to get down to the basement?
We might
know someone that might know how to get down to the basement.
We could maybe go through the vents. I'm sure one of those vents goes down through there.
This is true. There are air vents in the floor of the linoleum. And you can actually look through one, and you can barely see down into the basement. In fact, I'm not even going to make you roll. But Morgan the cat, I'm pretty sure knows all about the basement, don't you, Morgan?
I do.
Yeah, because you're a basement delver, right?
No. Yep, there it is. Yes, I do know about the basement, and yes, we can get in through that vent over there.
So if someone can remove the vent covers, you could definitely.
Well, I sure can try. So I'm going to pull out my screwdriver, and
you roll with advantage because you're proficient with tools.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, I got a 5 and a 6. So yeah, this looks like it's coming out pretty easily.
Yeah. They're Phillips heads. And they're UNC 62 Phillips heads, screws, which the rest of your friends are like, what? And you get them out easily, turning the screwdriver, and they all come out. And Bert and Gus, you guys lift up the heavy vent plate.
Yep.
That's awesome. And what are you guys going to do now? There's about probably about 18 inches of tunnel going straight down to another vent down below.
Well,
so
I know that the other vent down below probably would be very difficult to open, to unscrew from the inside.
If it's screwed in, I mean, this might be part of the basement that isn't finished, so this might just be like a press-on vent too.
Well, and if all of us are down there, that might be enough weight to just pop right on down.
That's a really far fall.
Is there anything we can shove down there and see if it'll drop down there, see if it'll knock it down?
There's all sorts of things in the kitchen.
All right. Gus is going to go exploring, looking around for something that looks, probably like it'd be heavy enough if dropped from their position would crash, push that thing out if it's just pressed up in there.
Look for like a can of something.
Good idea.
Beans or something.
Why don't you guys all roll a search?
Okay.
One of you guys, I think, is pretty good at searching things.
Not me.
Not me either.
Not me.
Uh-oh.
However, I do have my backpack, which has some stuff in it already.
This is true. I mean, you are also perceptive, Penguin, so you could roll with advantage for your search.
Oh, okay. Yes. Well, that one I got.
Okay.
Nice.
Just like Morgan suggested, there is a can of beans on the counter right by the sink, and whoever wants to can climb up to the top of the counter and knock the can of beans down. But it'll definitely fit in the vent, and it's rather heavy.
I know there's a species among us who likes to knock things off of counters.
Yeah, I do.
So
This is your best day.
It is. This is the best day.
So Morgan scampers up to the top of the counter, using all the knobs on the cracks on the different drawers, and then pushes off the can of beans.
Bam! Oh, that was awesome.
It's really loud, and a dog next door starts barking in the night.
Sorry.
Gus barks back.
The dog stops with like one last like.
I told him his dad was neutered.
Oh.
The dog, clearly is confused by this. You don't sound like an actual dog, but yeah. So, what are you guys going to do now?
I mean, let's
roll that can over to the grate and just push it right on in.
Sure, yeah.
Nice.
You drop you guys all push the can over, roll it over to the grate, push it down. It falls down, slams into the inside top of the grate, and just like you thought, it was just held in by like a little bit of pressure, and it falls down and clangs loudly down in the basement. But fortunately for you guys, it's not too loud up where you're at. So now there's, as you can see, as you look down, Morgan can see that this is part of the unfinished part of the basement that you guys would be going down into. So all of you have rope, I think, in your packs.
Mhm.
Yep.
So if you want to, you can tie your rope onto maybe a piece of wood or something in the actual vent, or on the edge of the vent somewhere, and slide down your rope down into the basement.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, you slide all the way down into the basement. It's really dark down here.
Just be careful. This is the dirty, creepy part of the basement.
In fact,
Yeah.
as you slide down, you all feel the brush of something soft and silky across your faces, and you realize it's a cobweb. And then when you land on the floor, the smell of old cardboard and dust is incredibly strong here. Maybe mothballs even is the other scent. And it's almost pitch black, except for way across to the other side and kind of almost around a corner, because it's like a big L-shaped basement. there is a little bit of a light from like a desk lamp that was left on down in the finished part of the kids' room in the basement. And you're standing amongst a tower of cardboard boxes with one thin little passageway over to the finished area.
All right, we just have to head straight for the light and don't stop or wander off or talk to anything creepy that tries to talk to us in here. Okay, this way, let's go.
You begin walking amongst the towering boxes as they kind of creep and moan on either side of you. The cardboard is dented and water stained in some parts. You see large black letters written on the sides of these boxes in really smelly sort of ink of some sort. And as you get closer, you begin hearing what must be something on either side of you in the dark alleys between the boxes, whispering at all of you. Turn back! Turn back! It's too late! He's gone! Turn back!
Just don't engage. Just keep walking. Keep
You
walking.
turn back. You turn back. You're already lost.
I said don't engage.
I'm not scared of whispers.
A
Guys,
tumbleweed of old like dust and hair kind of swooshes across your path from one alley to the other, and the voices get louder.
Gus kicks at that tumbleweed, misses it, but kicks.
Well,
at
it grabs Gus's foot, and a giant dust bunny comes rolling out of the alley and attacks you. All right, everyone, roll for initiative. So what you do is just roll 2 dice and add them together.
Oh God.
I have an advantage on initiative.
Woohoo!
I rolled
That's 6.
15.
I rolled a 10.
All right. So Gus rolled a 15.
Yep.
Bert rolled a 10. What did you guys? Morrigan and Penguin, what did you guys roll?
I rolled snake eyes.
I got a 6.
All right.
So Gus takes up the cricket bat and says, all right, step back. Time to make this cricket bat chirp.
Gus isn't exactly sure what cricket is, but knows the bats are fantastic. They got this great edge on them, almost like the wooden sword that Bert has, but it's not pointy. So it's got a flat top. Okay, go ahead. In combat, everyone gets 2 actions that they can take. So go ahead and tell us what the first thing is you're going to be doing.
All right, so Gus has been grabbed, right? So
Yeah.
The first thing he's going to do, he's going to spin the cricket bat to the flat edge, the edge of it, and try to kind of chop through the part of the dust bunny that's holding his foot.
All right, that's fantastic.
All right,
Go ahead and give us a roll.
That's 2 4s.
All right. The dust seems to part and reform around the cricket bat as you swing at it, almost as if the dust bunny itself is not completely solid.
All right, so
go ahead.
Do I have an operating mouth? Does it open, or do we just like?
Yes.
Okay, I'm biting that dust bunny.
Okay, go ahead and roll for that.
There's a 5.
All right, you bite into the dust bunny. Your mouth is filled with dust and hair and other gross things, and it gives out a hissing cry. You notice for the first time as you bite into it that it has a pair of yellow glowing eyes in where its head should be. And you hurt the dust bunny, but your mouth is really dusty and gross right now.
Yeah, Gus turns around and looks at his compatriots and smiles with all this dust and random hairs hanging out of his mouth. Just big O smile.
That's fantastic. All right, Bert, what are you going to do?
All right, I'm going to take my wooden shield, and try to try to like spush him down into the ground with it.
All right.
And that fails.
All right. You swoosh your shield at the dust bunny, and it just seems to like flow all around and then reform, still holding on to Gus's leg somehow.
Use your mouth. Use your mouth, dude.
Your shield misses. So what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna follow. I'll follow Gus's lead and try to bite the.
In the background, Gus is going nom 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 nom.
Gus is not giving off that this is unpleasant at all. So I'm totally going to follow suit.
Of course.
And I got 2 5s on that one. So
of course. So yeah, you bite into the dust bunny and get another mouthful of dust and hair, and it's just the grossest thing ever.
Gus,
it's amazing.
A chunk of the Gus bunny, or the dust bunny, not the Gus bunny.
I mean, if I eat enough of it, it's going to be a Gus bunny.
That's right. Okay, Penguin.
So I'm gonna actually, I pull my screwdriver out and just kind of like point it, threateningly as much as I can. But I'm also gonna look around and try to perceive what else is going around. If this is the only dust bunny, or if there's others that are looking around.
Sure, give me a perception roll.
All right, and it looks like I can do perception with an advantage.
Yep, you're perceptive.
I don't really perceive anything. I got 2, 1, and 2.
It's really dark. Yeah. The whispers are still all around you, but you can't tell if it's coming from the dust bunny that's holding onto Gus's ankle, or if it's, some whole other horde of them just waiting amongst the boxes. Okay. So what else are you going to do?
Can I use my screwdriver as a weapon? Even though I'm not proficient with weapons.
You would have a disadvantage if you did.
Okay.
But you might be able, one suggestion is maybe you could get something out of your backpack.
Okay.
Another suggestion is to bite it.
Don't listen to Gus. Penguin.
2 out of 3 Nighty Knights do not recommend biting the dust bunny.
No.
So I'm gonna reach into my backpack and I'm gonna pull out like a Swiffer pad.
Yes.
And I'm gonna like try to smack it with the Swiffer pad.
That's fantastic. You pull out the Swiffer pad and you smack it with the Swiffer pad, and the dust bunny screams in horrifying agony as the Swiffer pad magnetically attracts the dust and hair to it, tearing it in half as it falls to the as the remains fall to the ground. So great job there, Penguin.
No problem.
I'll just add, if Swiffer would like to sponsor the show, feel free to contact gaming@gmail.com. We'll talk.
I look at Morgan and I say, this human technology is almost as good as your magic.
So is the dust bunny you dealt with?
Yes, the dust bunny has collapsed into a pile of dust. That is not quite a dust bunny.
Gus walks over to the Swiffer pad and scrapes off some dust bunny into the mouth.
You're so gross.
That's
Gus, man.
I'm so nourished now.
So is Gus still hurt from? I mean, he's hurt from when I fell on him, right?
Right.
Oh, that's not your fault. That's not your fault. I told you I would catch you, and I didn't catch you.
So
you did, but
in Toysmith it says that I could restore a depletion point. Is that the same as restoring health, or is depletion different?
It's different. Depletion is when you have like items or equipment that wear out over time.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
So speaking of my damage, I have 12 hit points with friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have 12 hit points for this adventure.
You do, yes. As long as you're with your friends.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna lose hit points. Everybody's gonna leave, and I'm just gonna drop dead.
That's a cool addition, though. I really like
Yeah.
yeah. So you're at 11 right now.
Okay.
Out of the 12, and Bert has the healer ability.
I do.
And a sewing kit. So Bert could, like push some of this, like pull out some stuffing, or push the stuffing back in and sew you back up if you needed to.
I was thinking maybe can I attend to him and maybe stuff some of this dust bunny into Gus and sew him back up.
You totally could. There is plenty of dust all around. Yeah.
Don't do that. That's terrible dark magic. I would not recommend it.
Do it.
No, he's gonna turn evil.
I'm with Morgan. That sounds like a bad idea.
No, I'll still be like 11/12 Gus and just 1/12 Dust Bunny. Which I've already ate some Dust Bunny, so I'm already maybe 1/12 Dust Bunny. It's all right. It's all good. Just stuff it up in there.
How about instead we take some of this little Swiffer pad and rip that off and use that as the stuffing. That's powerful.
Then I have like a magnetic butt, and I could attract the dust bunnies to me.
You can attack the dust bunnies with your butt, and clearly it was very effective.
I like that idea.
Yeah, attacking things with your butt.
Bert,
all right.
Attach this magnetic dust attractor to my butt.
Gus, come over here. Come over here.
All right.
And I will.
Okay, but make it quick.
Roll for this?
We're still
roll 2d6, and if you succeed, he heals up to 2 hit points.
All right. I got 2 6s. That's awesome. Yeah. So I come over and I take my sewing kit and I shove up the Swiffer pad, and I kind of seem to like really kind of. I'm not gentle about it at all. I'm just like, and then I start sewing it up, and I guess he's restored it now. He has a magnetic Swiffer butt.
Gus has got a brand new butt.
Gus is doing great.
Feeling good.
You do notice as he walks along that the dust and hair that's behind him sort of starts trailing along after him.
Every once in a while, Gus will reach back there and grab a handful and eat it.
Wait, maybe this is a bad suggestion.
He's not sure if it tastes good, but he's committed to the bit at this point. So.
All right. So you guys make your way over to the finished part of the basement, and there it's very dimly lit. There's some really old shag carpeting that is down on the floor without a pad. It's just rolled out with a couple old couches and a really bad worn beanbag chair and an old entertainment center with an old TV attached to looks like some sort of game system, and then a couple boxes full of connectable brick toys and other random and sundry toys that you guys don't normally see. These all look a little odd to you, a little strange, because normally you guys are in his room, but these are toys and things that you don't normally meet. Although Morgan has been down here a number of times. So you might know a number of these toys. But you don't see Peanut anywhere.
This place is awesome. I'm running around like pushing buttons, and I'm doing all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
I think you like those clicky bricky things.
No.
Yeah, Gus is looking at one and flips it over and says, "Oh, it's the non-litigious brick connecting company."
It's not part of the system.
That's right. So what do you guys want to do? You could talk to some of these toys here, or maybe search around to see if you find any clues about Peanut or any number of things.
I will go and talk to some of the toys. Who else do we have hanging out down here?
Let's see. Well, you do know that Meow Man is hanging out down here. Meow Man is pretty epic. Although Morgan, you're not a huge fan of Meow Man because he tries to claim that he's a flying cat, but really he's a dude in blue and gray and black, with this cowl with cat ears, and he thinks he's like some sort of like superhero.
Gotcha.
So yeah, he's hanging out on the shelf.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, Meow Man. Meow Man.
Meow. What is it, citizen?
Meow is so unconvincing. Have you seen Peanut?
Peanut? Who is this creature you call Peanut?
The elephant?
You
Stuffed
know
elephant? Torn ear?
Yes, the pachyderm. I have seen him. He was here upon the couch several hours ago. Yes.
Okay, did you see where he went after the couch?
No. I was very busy standing up here fighting crime.
What crime? What crime were you fighting in the basement?
Exactly. There is no crime down here in the basement because I keep this basement safe.
Okay.
Yeah, Meow Man. Oh,
Did
sorry.
you see anybody else down here that's not normally down here, or anyone else that was around that might have seen where Peanut went? Do you have anything useful to tell me?
Well, he was missing an ear.
Yes, I know that.
Hmm.
I told you that.
Oh, well, yes, he. Well, there's Mr. Binoculars over there, or Vision Viewer. He might have seen something. He's really good at seeing things. I mean, with this cowl, my peripheral vision is kind of limited, you know. And plus, I was over here fighting with the Red Spirit and the green torch. So.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
Meow Man.
What's up?
Listen, I think you're up there being boring. You want to arm wrestle?
You know I have an action kung fu grip, right?
Don't
Yeah,
encourage him.
Well, I have, I'm made of foam, so he just bends his arm over backwards. So yeah, I can bend any which way.
All right, let's do it.
Let's arm wrestle.
Okay. Because Meow Man has action kung fu grip, he gets a bonus.
Okay.
He has advantage. So go ahead and give me your roll.
Oh no, a 3 and a 2.
He doesn't do much better. So the two of you wrestle back and forth, and then one of you trips on the peeling up not what's that called? The little edge cover of the particle board. It's coming up. And the
veneer.
two of you, yeah, the veneer. Thank you. That's the word. And the two of you tumble down to the floor amongst the shag carpeting. And Meow Man leaps up and goes, I win, because he happened to land on top of you. Thus, claiming that he pinned you. So.
All right.
Did you really, though?
Well, it appeared so. And that's what matters, right?
Well, you know what you don't have? Magnetic butts.
This is true, Meow Man. You don't have one of those.
No, but I do have a utility belt, and I bet you there's a Meow Man out there right now, somewhere at your local big box retailer that has a special magnetic butt attachment.
Oh, yeah.
It.
One of these mass-produced toys here. Oh, yeah. One of a kind, baby. One of a kind. Quick flash to a department store with just an aisle full of Gus the Corgis.
Across the way from a bunch of Meow Mans. Exactly. Okay, so what else are you guys going to do?
I think we should go talk to the viewing. What was it called?
Viewer.
Vision viewer.
Mr. Binoculars.
Let's go talk to Mr. Binoculars over here.
I think that's a great idea.
So sitting next to the game system is kind of a binocular-shaped red toy. He's got a big old handle on the side and a couple of giant eyeballs. He's like, "Hi guys, it's nice to see you."
Uh-huh.
Hey, Mr. Vision.
Hi.
How's it going down here?
It's pretty great down here.
Yeah. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary lately?
I see things out of the ordinary all the time. For example, and he pulls out a little white disc with little film things on it, and he sticks it in his head. He's like, "For example, look, it's Kuala Lumpur."
That's super fascinating.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, we were asking about things in this room.
Oh yeah, there's things in this room all the time. Have you seen Meow Man? He's up there wrestling with his friends.
Yeah, we talked to Meow Man. He's kind of a jerk.
Well, I mean, he's Meow Man, so.
That's kind of his whole shtick.
Is there something I can help you with?
Yeah. When was the last time you saw Peanut? You know.
You know what happened to Peanut? It
No,
was terrible.
we
It was
don't.
the worst thing ever.
What?
Oh no, what happened?
Toe eaters.
What?
Toe eaters. Toe eaters got him.
I presume I would know what that means.
Yeah, toe eaters are a type of monster that normally hangs out under beds. And they like to eat toes. This is why kids have to keep their toes under blankets.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, a couple of them came rolling in. Pretty sure Meow Man was distracted, and I tried to get his attention, but I'm not really loud. So I clicked a lot, but he didn't notice. And they grabbed Peanut, and Peanut, trumpeted and whatnot. And they dragged him off somewhere into the dark there.
Oh, back in the dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the shadows. The way to Underbed.
Interesting. Which direction did they take him? That
Back in there.
back the way we came?
No. This aisle over here. And he points to a different aisle of between some boxes. The one over by the wall.
Morgan, have you been over there before?
Yeah, but I didn't like it.
What's over there?
It's just more creepiness.
Might be a Black Widow spider or two, too.
And maybe spiders.
What?
I don't like spiders.
I don't like spiders either.
Does anyone?
I mean, spiders.
I mean,
Yes,
I think I might have eaten a spider in the Dust Bunny. So, on like a nutrition level, I like spiders. Gus pulls out his flashlight, shines it over that way.
Yeah, more dust, more cobwebs. Some of these webs actually look maybe not so dusty. But you do see, I'm not going to make you guys roll. You do see on the ground, on the cement floor, the dust has been like dragged away, as if something was dragged through there.
Okay.
Been pushed away.
No.
Did you see how many there were, Mr. Binoculars?
Yeah, there were two or
of them?
four, but I think it was two. Well, there was one on either side of him, at least.
Oh, okay.
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 I'm counting on my flippers. I got one. Okay, I got two. All right. Two.
Yeah, two flippers, like my eyes.
Little like mitten hands.
After I learn all about Kuala Lumpur, I'm gonna look around to see if maybe I can find, some marbles or something to put in my backpack. I don't know what other things are down here, but then I'm like, maybe we should go down there, guys. If that's where they think Peanut is,
Yeah.
Absolutely. We should go
Yeah.
we go check it out and save Peanut.
Yeah, totally. We're doing that. We're going to do that right now. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
do it. Yeah.
Then we do a jump freeze. We're like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And then we all land awkwardly, and then we would just walk over.
Yeah. We all get
Exactly.
magnetized to your butt.
Yeah. We're doing it.
You guys walk over to the dusty alleyway between the boxes and the wall. You push your way through, and as you come to the back corner, you notice in the dark shadow there is a tunnel, and you know what these tunnels lead to: Underbed in the Dreamlands. And yeah. So, and above it, you see that there's a large web, like kind of cast across it, and there is a small black creature in the middle of it, with little eyes, little 8 beady eyes.
The spider.
Well, Gus is going to put back the flashlight, pull up the lighter, and walk up to the web.
And then you hear a tiny voice, "Please, no!
Just
Please
leave
leave
it.
my web alone!"
Just leave it alone. It'll be fine.
All right, I'm ready though. I mean, if this thing jumps, I'm gonna light its web on fire.
Okay. Well,
No!
you can watch the spider while the rest of us go in the tunnel. We're going in the tunnel, right, guys? We got to go in the tunnel.
Absolutely. We have to find Peanut.
Now,
Are you after the elephant?
Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
He went
Have
in
you
the tunnel.
seen our friend?
Yes, he was in the tunnel. I saw him.
What do you do out here? Why are you hanging out above this tunnel here?
They're very tasty flies that come out of the tunnel.
I
They
bet.
come in all sorts of colors. Sometimes they glow. Oh, they're the best.
Do you have any right now that I could have?
Well,
Like all this
you
checks
want
out.
one?
Yeah. I mean, if you say they're tasty, I mean, I'm gonna take your word at it. But
Okay.
I consider myself a connoisseur of new foods.
Kind of
Well,
sort of
you put-
gross stuff in the basement.
Will you put the lighter away?
Yeah,
I'll give you one if you put a lighter away.
All right, I'll put the lighter away.
Okay. And the spider trundles up somewhere to the back corner of their web, grabs a little bundle of something, and then comes back over towards you to the nearest part and holds out like a little thing that's about the size of like a Skittle, maybe. And it's got this like kind of like orange rainbow glow to it almost.
Oh, you totally taste that rainbow.
I'm going to. Gus grabs it, pinches it off there, and eats it.
It's amazing tasting.
Oh
Like-
my goodness!
The whole room glows bright with all sorts of shiny colors. It crunches a little bit, which is kind of gross. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. And then you're like, okay, I can see why the spider does it. That's cool. And then it kind of fades.
For a minute there, I saw the rainbow. So much better than butt dust.
Mm.
It does. It tastes way better. It tastes way better than dust bunny. But not much.
Well, thank you, Spider, guardian of the tunnel, Spider.
You're welcome. Thank you for the title.
For the title, he's been promoted.
All right, well let's go in, friends.
You guys travel into the tunnel. It's dark and close. It feels damp. You can occasionally feel a little bit of dirt on the tunnel falling around you. Maybe a tree, not branch.
Root.
I've lost the word. Root. Yes, thank you. Sorry, a tree root sticking out. As you make your way through, the tunnel widens a little bit and begins to glow up ahead as it begins to climb ever upward. And you step out finally into the eternal twilight of the Dreamlands. You are in what appears to be some scrubs, so a bunch of low bushes, and there's grass all around, and then in the distance you can see what appears to be a swamp, dark and full of strange grasses. You hear the crickets and frogs of the Dreamlands making their noises deep in the swamp. Do you guys want to look around, see if you can find any trail of their tracks?
I sure do.
Yeah, I think that's probably a smart thing to do.
If we all been here before, right?
Yeah.
All
I mean,
right.
you're all. So the Nighty Knights have their great citadel in the city of Underbed. And Underbed is a city that can be reached by going under any child's bed, or into any child's closet, or some dark corner in their room. And there, the city lives in perpetual twilight. It glows brightly, and that's where many old and retired toys and knights have gone to live out their twilight years. The night market is there. Sometimes you'll find good monsters. Well, you'll find good monsters there, of course, but sometimes you'll find other monsters there, not necessarily bad, but not good ones. And yeah, the citadel is right there at the main gate to Underbed, the citadel of the Nighty Knights. So you've all been here before.
Okay.
In fact, some think that the thing that makes you Nighty Knights is you come from here in some sense, but no one knows for certain. You all just know that one day you woke up while you were being hugged by your child. So you're here in some distant part of the Dreamlands.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I want to. I definitely want to see if we can perceive a trail.
Gus keeps looking over his shoulder, thinking that Meow Man has followed him.
Morrigan is obviously looking around and exploring.
Yes.
All right, yeah. So Gus will be looking for any kind of a trail or anything.
Yeah.
Nose to the ground business, sniffing it out.
Sure, everyone give me perception checks.
All right.
Nope.
I got a 6.
Sweet.
I got 1 6.
All
All right.
the meowing and chirping is paying off. I also succeeded.
So only Bert did not succeed?
Only Bert. Bert's like, huh?
So you found some really nice berries on a bush, Bert.
Nice.
They're right there, right by the exit, and they were bright red. They look like cherries on a bush.
Okay.
You're not sure. And they smell really good. And then the rest of you are looking around, and Morrigan, you notice on the ground about maybe 10 inches or so ahead of the group, you see the ear, which is clearly Peanut's ear. So
Oh, no.
it's on the ground. And Gus, you and Pengui have gone ahead down the path a little ways, and you see that the grass has been trampled down about 2 feet ahead of you guys. And it goes off into the swamp. So, and it looks like something was being dragged in the swamp as well.
I put on my yellow rain jacket and little hat.
Yes.
And I look adorable.
You do, of course.
Well, I know.
So what are you guys going to do now?
And I'm going to go towards the swamp.
Yeah, I'm going to pick up that ear and put it in my backpack so that we can hopefully return it to Peanut.
Oh, that's a neat look at you. That's good.
He'll probably want this.
He'll probably want that. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Gus will take point, and follow the trail, sniffing it out.
Yep.
Bert's gonna just keep looking at these like berry things.
Bert, are you coming?
He's
They
gonna.
look really tasty.
Winston is
Yeah,
gonna
he's.
squirt you, get your attention. My little
Oh.
rubber is gonna squirt you to get your attention.
So right before I take a bite, I get squirted and I'll be like, I drop it and I'll be like, and I'll hurry over to the party.
Alrighty. Winston kind of has been rather quiet tonight, not squeaking so much as per normal.
Right.
Winston can be a problem when you guys try to be very quiet.
Oh yeah.
Because sometimes when Winston bounces, just a little tiny bit of a squeak.
We're gonna get hit in combat. He squeaks.
Yeah, exactly. Whenever he gets hit in combat, he's like, yeah. So, yeah, there's a trail leading into the swamp,
Okay.
and it definitely looks like this is where the toe eaters dragged Peanut. So you guys travel into the swamp. Let's have like a sort of like a perception check would work here, but also like trailblazing. Let's see how well you guys do. Do any of you guys have anything to help you make your way through the swamp? I don't know if any of you do.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll a regular roll, and we'll see how you guys do following the trail.
I got a
Oh,
5.
I got a 5.
Okay. How are you,
Success.
Penguin?
I got a 6.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, the swamp is a lot easier to travel through than you guys thought, especially with this little trail. And you travel for what seems like hours and hours. But you can't quite tell because it's always twilight. And finally you come to what appears to be a small village in the middle of the swamp. It has a low picket fence wall surrounding it. And it's painted white like a picket fence. But the huts are all thatch huts. And there's a big bonfire in the middle. And you see what appear to be frogs guarding the main gate with little spears made out of like reed of some sort, maybe bamboo. You're not quite sure.
Okay.
The frogs are all brightly colored too.
Right. I'm
Okay.
going to go up to the frogs,
Mm-hmm.
and I will ask them how their night is going.
Halt, stranger! Our knight? What? Who are you? And they lower their little reed spears at you.
Oh,
Their eyes swivel around, giant bulbous eyes on the top of their heads.
I'm Bert. I'm here. We're here looking for our friend. Hey, you haven't by any chance seen him, have you?
Who's your friend? There are many things here in the swamp, like you.
Yeah, I guess so.
Peanut. He was like us. He had a big floppy nose, and he was. And I point to the ear Morgan has. It's like, that color.
I see. Well, our chief will want to speak to you.
Excellent.
And they part to the side and they say, "Follow us!" And they lead you into the village of toads, or frogs, I should say.
Okay.
And all around you see frogs, like working on various arts and crafts, like paper rings and popcorn necklaces, and other sorts of arts and crafts that a child would imagine the frog people of the swamp would obviously be working on.
Okay.
And you come to a very large hut, and this actually looks kind of like a backyard, like shed. It's like red with white, and it's got the little white cross bars of wood on the door, and the door is open, and it's glowing bright inside. And as you walk in, there's a there's a big giant throne chair made of reed, and on it sits a very, very, very fat frog who has a big headdress on. And he sits there sort of contemplating things and then eating these bright rainbow-colored flies. Who have you brought before me?
I'm Gus of the Knights.
Oh.
Yeah, thought the other ones were going to introduce themselves, but
yeah.
You want me to do it?
We can do it. We can do it.
Okay,
no, we're good. We're good.
They got it. They got it.
All right, I'm Morgan the Black Cat.
What about you, Bear?
I am Bert the bear.
I am Penguin, and I brought you these snacks, and I pull out a bag of fruit snacks from my Knights kit.
Oh, okay. Mark it off.
They're they're shark generic brand shark fruit snacks that you get.
Oh, yes.
Those are so good.
They're so good, right?
They are.
Oh,
Oh, you have brought gifts. Is Gus? Are you the leader of this band? Are you all members of the Knights, or are you the only Nighty Knight here? And these are your what is the word you use? Squires?
What?
Entourage.
No, we are all Knights.
We're all Knights. Yes.
I see. Bring me the snacky things. And one of the frogs takes the snacks from you and hops up to the king and hands the snacks to him. And he rips them open with his giant padded fingers, and then takes one out and looks at it, and then bites down on it. And, oh,
Life.
these I like, and he begins eating them just way too fast.
Could I get one of those colorful bugs you got there?
No, these are only for me.
What if I gave you
Shh, Gus,
what
stop,
more? I'll
Gus,
give
stop,
more snacks.
Gus.
More of those shark things.
Can
As
you just
gifts?
focus on
Then
the
yes,
mission?
please give me more gifts.
As trade, barter some of these for some of your bugs. We've already
Is this why you have come? You've come on a fact-finding mission? I've heard of these things before.
Stop.
We've come searching for our friend Peanut. He's like us.
A Nighty Knight.
Was he a Nighty Knight, or was he just a friend?
He was. You guys said he was a Nighty Knight.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And he's like us, except he's got his floppy face.
I see.
And he's
Like
missing
an
an ear.
elephant?
Yes, he's an elephant.
Yeah, like an elephant. Yeah.
That's all you had to say. Just because we like living in swamps doesn't mean we are not erudite and educated. We are the frog people of Froglandia.
You're right. That's actually just like Kuala Lumpur. It's got the highest education rate of any country or any city in Malaysia.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of Kuala Lumpers, but sure. Do they have koalas there? Is it a land of koalas like Froglandia?
I don't know. It wasn't in the slideshow.
It is. They do have koalas. I feel like we never landed anywhere on the bug situation. I feel like we breezed right past that.
Shh, that's not relevant, Gus.
You didn't have one, Morgan.
So about Peanut, our friend, who is the reason we are here.
Yes. Your friend Peanut. Yes, of course.
Yeah, did you see him?
I have not seen him, but Toad over there, the frog. Toad the frog has seen Peanut, He is one of our preeminent trackers, and he saw Peanut being dragged on a stake, like he'd have been tied up, and it was toe eaters. Sometimes frequent our swamp here. We drive them off into their own section, but
where is their own section?
that way.
Okay.
To the what is that? Left, right, to the right.
Could your tracker guide us?
Yes, of course. Toad the Frog is the best tracker in all of Froglandia.
Toad the Frog.
Yes. Toad, come here.
That is a great.
And another frog comes forward. He's clearly a stuffed frog, and he has like a looks like a hairband tie, like he's got like a hairband tie around his forehead, and then like one on each wrist, like a couple doubled over, and on each ankle, and he's got like what appears to be like a blowgun, but it's a hollow ballpoint pen, like clear plastic, with like a little like pen cap and the back taken off, and he's got a quiver full of ballpoint pen caps with him. Yes, I am called Toad the Frog. How may I help you?
Well, 1 second, Toad. Chief Frog. So here's the deal.
You may call me Ribbit.
Ribbit, Chief.
King Ribbit. I am not a chief.
King Ribbit. All right, here's the deal.
Yes.
King Ribbit.
The seventh.
We're gonna do you the favor of saving our friend, and in return, you're gonna pay us with like 2 or 3 of those bugs.
Okay, go ahead and roll a persuasion check. A test, I should say.
Dang it. Nope.
Why would I give you bugs after I give you my best tracker?
He's been eating too much
frog.
basement dust. Just disregard him.
I will trade you basement dust.
I've never had basement dust before.
Oh.
Is it tasty?
It is very tasty. I will give you some of this basement dust, fresh from my butt, for one of those bugs.
Very well. I agree to the trade. Winky, get some of the dust and give him one of these bugs.
The trade has been made.
Yes.
The bug is eaten.
It's exciting.
Hate you for accomplishing this. I just killed him.
Very well, Toad, take them. Show them where the toe eaters live. Perhaps you can save your friends. Now go. I must eat. I do not like people watching me eat too much. Just a little bit. Unless you want to stay.
Corgi will watch. He wants to know what he thinks of the dust.
Or
Gus will.
I totally follow Toad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Following Toad.
I will catch up in just a minute.
I'll stay with Gus.
It's like sticking to his really long frog tongue.
Gross.
He's like,
That's the best part. You're going to be eating it for like 30 minutes. That's the best part. All right. Onward with the journey. Let's go, Bert.
Yes. I do not think that was a good deal. Go now before I change my mind.
I mean, I've already. Oh, okay, that's what you mean. I was going to say I've already ate the bug. I can't give it back in like 12 hours, maybe. But
and you guys make your way out of the giant tool shed, and you are back amongst the village people who are making arts and crafts again. It appears that they have made some fantastic little light streamers made out of popcorn and twine, and the village is glowing brightly now. And Toad the Frog is like, this way, and he hops over the fence and begins hopping north into the swamp, not waiting for any of you. So yeah, you make your way into the swamp, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you again travel for what seems like hours and hours. This time, though, the way is not easy, and all of you, by the time Toad the Frog stops, your feet are all soggy with swamp water.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No, it's no fun.
Gross.
And You come to a part of the swamp that seems just not as alive as the other parts. There's some dead, gnarled trees. The water is green and slimy. The ground itself doesn't even have like hummocks of grass. It's just mud. And there's a heavy fog that has a strange decaying smell to it. And Toad puts his big padded toe hand up in the air and then does a fist and pauses and pulls out his blowgun and looks back and forth. Be very quiet. We've entered Toe Eater territory. Just north, maybe several feet north of here, should be their fort. I can go no further, for I serve Ribbit, the Great King, and I have brought you as far as needed. Go ahead.
I pick up Piston so he doesn't like squeak and bounce.
Well, he's been floating in the water, but he's got like
I
a
figured it
ring
out,
of scum now on him.
Ew.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm wearing my raincoat, so I can. Yeah, my adorable raincoat, and
you have galoshes as well.
No.
Wellingtons, same thing.
Yeah, I barely have feet, so
Okay, yeah, I get it.
So I pick him up and I thank Toad, and for all that he's done, and I point the direction just to verify that way. We're that way.
Yes, that way.
Well, thank you. And I reach into my backpack and I give him an old doorknob. I said, this means a lot to me. I want you to have it. Thank you for all you've done.
I cherish this doorknob. I shall. Maybe I can. He like puts one of his hands inside the doorknob. Yes, and he like pounds it on the ground. Aha! I will cherish this forever. Thank you for this mighty knob. And he hops off into the swamp. Yes, to the left. The direction you came from.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, several yards ahead of you, apparently, is the secret base of the Toe Eaters. What are you guys going to do?
All right. I mean, does anybody else think it's a little funny? He told us to be quiet and then like yelled really loud and slammed his fist on the ground, right?
Well, I thought it was kind of odd.
I mean,
He
it's
was
like
excited.
He wasn't super loud. He was kind of doing like the whisper shout. That was mostly me being too loud.
All right, so no, it's fine. So do we just want to rush up in there and bash heads, or?
I mean, we could, or we could try to sneak.
I don't know if I'm good at sneaking, but
I mean, our subtlety does not seem to be our forte, but we could sneak around like the outside and see if there's a sneaky way in. I mean, we'll probably bungle it up anyway, but we could try.
I like trying to be sneaky sneaks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hang. I mean, I'm gonna come with you, but I'll stay in the back because I'm not very sneaky. So if we reach the bungling point, I'll be ready.
That's probably a good plan.
I'm still wearing the bright yellow raincoat, holding a bright yellow rubber ducky. I'm all about the sneaky plan, though. So
This is true. If you had to be sneaky, I would make you roll a disadvantage for being so bright.
oh yeah, well,
I mean, I would give you an advantage for like vehicles missing you if you crossed a road on a rainy day. But so who's going to go ahead and scout forward?
not me.
Go for it, Bert.
Go,
yeah, I'll
Bert.
do it. Yeah, I'll do it. So I'll go and you want me to make a roll, a perception roll?
Sure. Or no, like a sneaking a
Sneaking roll. Okay,
Yeah.
sneaking roll. Oh, I got a 5 and a 1. So yes.
Sweet. Yeah, you sneak through the ankle high water and some of the dead reeds that are in this area, and you come upon what appears to be a fort. It's made out of like darkened, burned cartons of some sort. You're not quite sure what they are. And then there's big like bone archway over the top of like the entrance. It's like a kind of like a bunch of bones that have all been sewn together, and they're white and picked clean. And then you see a creature trundle through the entrance, and that's not a toe eater. That's a red cap. It's like a kind of scary gnome, but has a big bright red cap, and then he's just got really big teeth.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, sometimes people from afar maybe think they're toe eaters, but yeah, that's a red cap. And he's walking in into this place of cartons. They all look like they've been burned or something. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's yeah. And then you hear on the far side of the compound a very quiet and forlorn trumpet from what appears or what sounds to be a very sad pachyderm.
Oh,
It's
no.
Peanut.
It's Peanut.
And you can see just through the fog a large cage, and Peanut sits forlornly, one ear missing in the cage.
Get him.
We've got to go over there and let him out.
Right. Well, as much as I dig the aesthetic of this bone archway, it's a little ominous. We might, and there are creatures at it. Can we see if there's a back door?
Yeah, I mean, you could like circle around back towards where Peanut is
Yeah.
held.
Let's look.
Okay.
Let's look for another door.
All right, give me a perception check, you two.
Yeah. No.
Ooh, I got a 6 and a 1.
Sweet. Yeah, the two of you circle around back, and it doesn't look like there's any way to get in really amongst the cartons. And then you notice when a rare breeze blows through the swamp a little bit, one of the cartons sides flap a little bit, and you see that it's like a loose panel, and a smell, a strong smell, like burnt something, maybe like cigarettes or something, waves towards you.
That's Peanut. He's got some intestinal issues going on.
No, it's definitely from the cartons.
Oh no, it's from the cartons. Never mind.
Yeah.
But that's that cleared up.
But that's probably a way into the compound that you could sneak into. So,
All right.
do you want to get the other two, or do you two want to try to sneak in and see if you can free Peanut?
Oh, we'll get everybody else first.
Yeah.
Okay.
This way, guys. Bert found a way in.
Excellent.
But be sneaky and quiet.
How big
All right.
opening?
Yeah, quiet.
So
I'm not
you
sure.
So you open the cardboard panel, and this heavy smell of tobacco rolls out, and you sneak in, and they're lying on the ground in various piles of refuse and whatnot are several red caps, and then you see a door on the other side, and it's like a rag is hanging over it, and you can see that leads out into the compound proper. So I'd like everyone to give me a stealth roll. Sneak through here without waking them up.
Okay.
I got a 5.
Got a 6 and a 2.
All right. The two that we didn't think were very sneaky go first and make their way to the door, and they reach outside, and then just as the other two, as Bert and Morrigan, make their way across towards you, Bert steps on something underneath the refuse, and it makes like a weird buzzing sound, and your foot buzzes like something like you've stepped on some sort of buzzer, and instantly the red caps leap up and their jaws open wide and they're like, "Ah, intruders!" And they leap at you. So everyone, roll initiative.
Gus sighs and goes, "Son of a stitch." 12.
I got a 7.
I got an 8.
Okay, let's see. Gus had a 12, you said.
Yep.
Okay, and then Bert, what did you have?
An 8, 6 and a 2.
Okay, and then Penguin, what did you have?
I had a 7.
Okay, and Morrigan.
9.
9.
Ooh.
Good. Okay. All right. So you're surrounded by 3 red caps. And Gus, you're first.
All right. So do I know much about red caps? Or does
know
Gus?
That they're, yeah, Gus knows that red caps are dangerous enemies of the Nighty Knights. They like to eat everything. They're gluttons, sort of. But I mean, literally, they'll eat anything, including Nighty Knights.
Yeah.
So,
Is the source of their power their red cap that they have to keep soaked in? I don't know if that's how it is, but okay. So I know to aim for the cap.
You know that they have to keep their red caps on their head. Okay. Yes.
Well, Gus is aiming for the cap. He is going to run over to one and step towards one and swing right for the top of its head and try to clip that cap off of there with his cricket bat.
All right. So just roll 2d6 instead of your advantage.
Okay.
Because you're aiming for the hat and trying to knock it off.
Gotcha. Nope.
All right. You swing and he ducks down. And then what else do you do?
Oh, he ducks down. He puts that head right in biting distance. So we're going to try to bite that red cap off.
Okay. So go ahead.
Okay. 2 5s.
All right, you bite into the red cap, and he lets out a terrible like, "Ah! No bites, me bites," and and so you bite into him and shake him about a little bit like a dog.
Yeah.
Morrigan, what do you do?
I would like to use some of my magic.
Hey!
Yeah, I finally get to use magic. I'm gonna. Oh, it's with disadvantage. That's crappy, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to cast Shatter.
Ooh, yeah.
It's hard.
Very powerful.
But there's a lot of them.
There are 3 of them. Yeah.
All right, let's give it a try. No, of course I didn't make it.
No.
So
the room does shake a little bit, and like dust and refuse falls from the walls, but nothing shatters. So, all right. What else are you going to try to do, Morgan?
Am I allowed to cast a spell for both, or do I have to do something else?
I think you can cast a spell for both. Let's go ahead and say you can.
Okay, well then I'll just target one of them this time and do blast.
Okay.
All right. And that time I succeed.
Sweet. Which one were you aiming at? The same one that Gus bit, or a different one?
No, a different one. I don't want to. He's in a biting match with that one. It's fine. He's got it.
Yeah. So a black. Oh, actually, describe to us what your magic looks like when you blast a creature with your wand.
So I'm going to. I stand up on my little back legs and make some weird hissing and growling noises, and a bunch of bright yellowish green sparks and a bolt of light comes shooting out of the end of my wand, same color as my eyes that are now glowing too while I'm doing this. So,
fantastic.
And the light hits him.
Yep. And it hits the red cap, and it screams and flies back and hits the side wall of the container you guys are in. All right. Bert.
So Bert's gonna take out his big sword, and he's gonna smite the. You said there's 2 or 3.
There's 3 of them.
I'm gonna smite the one that has not gotten any, confrontation yet.
Sure, yeah, the one on the other side.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my big sword, and I rolled a 5. So yes.
Sweet, fantastic. So you do 2 points of damage.
Now do I have to roll a d6 to make sure that it stays?
Yes.
And I rolled a 6.
All right, great. You still have your smite ability.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
What are you going to do for your next thing?
I'm going to I'm going to bash him over the head and then I'm gonna like back swing and try to hit him again. Just try to clobber him with my sword.
Sweet, fantastic. Go ahead and give me a roll.
Nope, that one misses though.
Okay. Yeah, when you hit him the first time, he kind of tumbled over a little bit, and then when you go to swing back, you swung a little too high. So, all right. Who's next? Pengui.
So I have a question about Winston. Does he act independently of me, or does that count as one of my actions?
He acts on your turn, but independently.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I'm just gonna drop him and let him, hit the ground with a squeak, and let him. I'm gonna let him just squirt. He's gonna do a focus action to use marksman.
Right.
Which it says on your next attack with a ranged weapon, it's successful on 3, 4, 5, or 6. So
That's correct.
So he's going to try to do that.
All right.
Try to hit one of the red caps or the hats right off the red cap.
Fantastic.
I got 1 success on that.
Sweet. Yeah, he hits the cap right off of the red cap. Well, which one? Which one was was being attacked by
the one that was tangling with Gus?
Okay, yeah. The red cap hat goes flying right off, and it screams bloody murder and oh look, Bert, it's your friend. Yeah, it screams bloody murder, and then it falls over like it's been like knocked out as the hat falls against the wall. It begins to disintegrate. So yeah. Good job, Winston.
Pengui is gonna reach into the backpack and pull out some instructions that come with a children's toy or whatever. The ones like little piece of paper that unfolds to be like the biggest piece of paper you've ever seen.
Right.
And he's gonna throw that on the one that was blasted.
Sweet, yeah.
So he's gonna just unfold it and toss it over to kind of obscure it.
Great, that's great. Yeah, give me a roll to make sure that you get it on top of him.
2 5s.
Great, yeah. Lands right on top of him. Now he's like stuck in his instruction papers and stuff like that. And wailing and making all sorts of terrible red cap noises. So I appear to have gained a bear friend. With a very small little 8-year-old behind him. Well, not very small, I should say. It's a rather big bear. So, okay.
It's a bear.
Now the red caps go. The first one, let's see. The first one is unconscious. He's missing his hat. And then let's see. The second one was covered in the thing. Was covered in the instructions. So he spent his turn getting out. And then the third one that got hit hard by Bert stands up and tries to bite Bert right in the face. And he gets a hold of you, Bert, and he bites you for a point of damage.
Oh no!
Can I take that hit?
You can, yes.
Yeah,
yes, you can.
So I think Gus sees the bite coming and just shoves his arm right into that red cap's mouth. Takes it instead.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Awesome. And then it's like on your arm, and then it tries to drag you down to the ground, and it does not succeed because you're big and you're Bert, or you're Gus. I keep getting the names backwards. My apologies.
No
okay. Yeah. So let's see. Morgan. I don't know why I didn't wait. I already had you go. Why are you?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oh, you might have been looking at the
I was looking at the list wrong.
old
The old
one.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, back up to Gus.
All
What are
right,
you gonna do now?
so Gus has his arm in this thing's mouth, and
Right.
Gus is going to, pull it close and try to bite on top of its head.
Sure. In fact, I'll let you roll with advantage with that because it's right there and it's holding on to you. So.
All right. 6 and 2 4s.
Fantastic. Yeah. So you pull the hat off and it screams and it goes stiff and then falls down limp. So yeah.
Gus shakes it, till it falls off his arm.
Yep. Okay, Morgan.
Okay, we still have one left. Yeah.
Yeah, it just climbed its way out of the instructions. It looks like it's eating them. The way it got out is it started eating them. And it's just finished eating all the instructions.
Gross.
Gus takes note.
All right. Well, I think then actually I'm gonna try to hurl. Can I try to hurl the hat off of him?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna do that.
Fantastic.
All right. Which actually, do I have to test since we're in combat? It says normally I don't have to test to just knock something over.
No, yeah, you won't have to test for this because you're not trying. Yeah, you're not trying to cause damage. You can just knock it off. Yeah, you knock it off, and that red cap also.
Oh wait, no, magical bam, bam.
Yeah, bam, and that red cap is out as well. So yeah, all the red caps are out, and you guys are standing there strong and powerful. What are you guys going to do now?
Okay, that was not as sneaky as we were going for.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I want to poke my head out of the little container to see if all of that ruckus has drawn attention. Like, we're going to go outside, there's 100 red caps. That'd be a bad idea. So I'd like to see.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a 2 and a 4, so I may not know how to get out of here.
Well, you look around and you don't see any red caps out in the living area or out in the central area.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't notice any.
Yeah, coast is
so
clear.
It looks clear to you. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go get Peanut.
Yeah, gotta get Peanut and get back out of this place.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's go do it.
Gus heads out.
Yep.
Just bursts out through the opening there into it and looks and finds Peanut and starts heading that way.
All right.
I follow Gus.
Yep. So do I.
You guys walk out into the clearing in the center of the compound, and then work your way over sneakily towards Peanut. But it doesn't seem like anyone else is awake. Maybe that guard up by the front gate was awake still. And let's say the Penguin. The cage is locked. Do you have anything, Penguin, that you might be able to unlock it with one of your tools?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I have a bobby pin in my backpack, and I'm just gonna pull out a bobby pin, and it's like I've totally seen this happen before, so I just wiggle it around in the lock and see what happens.
Yeah, it opens up, and Peanut sees you guys, and it's like, "Hey guys, how you doing?"
Peanut,
hey,
we
Sorry,
rescued you.
I can't hear you, Peanut.
I said,
Huh?
wait, what?
Shh, we need to get out of here.
Okay, I'm right behind you.
Okay.
Wait, I gotta get my ear.
Oh, I've got it.
Oh, that's great. Thanks, guys. You're the best.
We can even help you sew it back on once we get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Bert's real good at sewing. Look at my new butt.
Yeah, it's magnetic.
Also, I have so many new things for you to eat.
Peanuts? Do you have peanuts?
I don't
like peanuts.
Not right now, but later.
Okay. All right. you do realize that there's a slight problem. Peanut is a large Nighty Knight, so he's not a normal size Nighty Knight. He's a bit bigger. So he's not going to be able to fit into one of the cartons. You might have to go through the gate. If you do.
Let's just go. Let's barrel through, man.
I mean, let's just run. I mean, we took out those red caps like it was nothing.
This is true. You did very well. In fact, if you want, you could all ride on Peanut's back. Peanut's that big.
Oh boy.
Yes.
I pick up Winston and I grab on.
All right.
That sounds fantastic.
Come on, guys. Climb on my back.
Yeah.
You all climb on. Bert, you sit down right behind Peanut's head. And Peanut begins to run, his one ear flapping wildly as you run towards the gate of the compound. The red cap spins around and is like, "Stop!" And Peanut, very happy to be finally free, slams right into the red cap and knocks him flying as you guys run out into the swamp. You guys make your way home. Maybe you stop by the Frog Village again. And finally you make your way back to the basement. And you can, Bert can sew on Peanut's ear, and your ropes are still hanging there. You can, climb back up into the house. Peanut has to like squeeze really tight to make it through the vent, and you're all like pulling him through finally, like, pulling on his nose, and he's just like pop through finally. Peanut's kind of a little bit wobbly. He's not like super stuffed, right? And you make it back up in to the room, and you climb onto Billy's bed. And Billy's still sleeping there, and you all snuggle in and fall asleep.
Aww.
That's the end.
Cozy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That was
Yay!
awesome.
Very good.
Yay!
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Ben. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
If anybody would love to play this on their own, I'm going to tell you to go check out the Kickstarter in the description of this video. It still has how many more days left as of this?
25 days.
25 days. So,
Although today is almost over, so about 24.
nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. And if anybody would like to follow you, Amanda, on the interwebs, where should they find you?
You can find my comic at ageofnight.com. That's the one with just the N. I know that's especially confusing right now. Age of Night with just an N.
Just the end.
Just the N. You can find my Facebook page, also titled the same, Twitter, Age of Night, and Instagram, Amanda Collard.
Nice. Ken, where should folks find you? You said you're all over. You've got everything.
Yeah, at RotoPlayPod on Twitter for where I'm probably most active. So, and then, subscribe to my podcast. New episodes on Thursday if you like this brand of stupidness from me.
There's a lot of butt jokes and eating.
Surprisingly not. Sometimes
you just save them for my show.
I do. I brought that.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Easter eggs.
A lot of
you
you
Twitter?
trying to eat strange things. I mean,
What'd you say about Twitter?
Are you on Twitter? Is that where you said you were?
At RotoPlayPod.
How do you spell that?
RollToplayPod.
we're all
Okay.
screwing everybody up
Roll
with the
to play.
homophones.
Right.
No, right.
For a second there, I thought you said like Roto Play
Oh.
Pot. Yeah, but roll to play. Okay, sweet. Yeah. Awesome. I found you.
Yep, I got you.
All right. Fantastic.
Brandon, where can folks find you in Wedding Games, sir?
Primarily Wedding Games on Facebook, and that gives us all kinds of gives you all kinds of opportunity to see this cool stuff that we're doing, including our upcoming game, Never Going Home, and which Ben is going to be doing some writing on there. So that's gonna be
Woo!
yeah.
Awesome. Very cool. And Ben, where should folks find you if they want to know more about Warner's Wunderwerks?
Sure. You can find me On Facebook, benwoerner.com, WOERNER. Or on the Wunderwerks Facebook page, WUNDERWERKS. That's just one word, Wunderwerks. And also Twitter, Instagram. Again, Ben Woerner, and on Instagram, it's Wunderwerks. So I'm most active on Facebook. You can find me sometimes on Reddit as the user Wunderwerks. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, I want to thank everyone that tuned in and watched this session. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I want to thank Ben and our players tonight. Thank you for taking time out of your night to come on my show. I appreciate it very much. I know we all have very busy lives, and we have families and friends that we could are much more important, and I appreciate anybody that comes on and gives time to the show. So thank you very much. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Go check out Victory Condition Gaming on Facebook. You can give us a like there. You can give this subscribe and like down below. And this has been Victory Condition Gaming, because winning shouldn't be the only victory condition when you get to the table. I got to get out this bear costume because it's so hot. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks.